Hi, welcome to the Peaceful Home. My home is in absolute chaos right now, and this is when you want to remember that it's the peace of God that brings a peaceful home. Because in the midst of crazy, we can still have peace and joy. We've had 3 sets of house guests back to back, and also my grandkids visiting for a few days. So there's been a lot going on. We had a large event here that I still haven't cleaned up from. I've got family arriving today for Thanksgiving, which is tomorrow. And so I need to get my kitchen cleaned. Today, I'm just gonna do a clean and decorate in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you one of the easiest sugar cookie recipes I've ever done. And so if you need a quick dessert to take to a potluck or for an event or something to do with your kids for them to decorate, I'm gonna show you the cookies we decorated with my grandkids. All of this got shoved to the end so that we could decorate cookies last night. So I'm gonna get to work putting all this stuff away and doing a little bit more decor in the kitchen, and then we'll go over that and I'll show you the recipe. Yesterday, and now it's actually Thanksgiving morning. So happy Thanksgiving. This will be aired on Friday, so I hope your Thanksgiving was wonderful. My family is starting to gather and they're on the front porch. I'm like, let me finish this last segment and then you all can come in. That's the realities of filming YouTube. Anyway, what I love about cleaning the kitchen is if I can wipe all of my counters, then I know I've done a good job clearing. If I'm still shuffling things around, I know I just need to put stuff away, get dishes done, spray all the counters, get them all clean, and then I put up the last bit of decor. So I put some cedar garland up throughout the kitchen, and I've got just some of the dishes that I use, a favorite picture that my mom gave me, and also I think she gave me the little set of 3 nesting bowls. These are so cute for the holidays. And I also continued the cedar garland here under the window, and my little village, which these are mostly things from the Target dollar spot. Just a beautiful selection this year. And I just added a little sprig of greens up with my white picture collection. My holiday dishes are out first thing for fall and winter, and I love these Johnson Brothers Friendly Village set. I have been collecting them for years, long before I was married. My grandmother got me started on a set and would give me a couple of pieces each Christmas. Because the kitchen is such a used space, hands-on, you really can't do a whole lot of decor unless it's out of the way. But just little pops of color, this tiny little tree next to my sink with ribbon, that simple is just so cute. The other thing I do for the holidays is I put all of my dish towels in one of my glass canisters. Because of the colors, it just looks so pretty, and it's just a nice addition, bringing that color into the kitchen. I continued with some little trees up above the cabinet and just sprigs of greens here and there. I've got a little simmer pot going because I love the smell of the cloves and cinnamon, lemon, orange, cranberries, whatever you've got, throw it in there and it just smells so good in your house. And continuing over, another bit of garland, and I used the fairy lights or little twinkle lights in these. And this set I got on Amazon. I will link it below. There's 4 strands here in the kitchen and they all work by remote control, which is really nice. I can turn them on and off really easily. And I have this little tree here on my Lazy Susan. Just adding a little bit of Christmas ribbon here and there adds so much and is so easy and inexpensive. In my pantry, I just added a couple of trees and again, tied little sprigs of ribbon around my canister handles. And this is a bunch of mistletoe that I got on our property when we went for a hike a couple of days ago. I just gathered some and tied the ends with ribbon, and it looks really pretty. I might have to put some more up around the house. One thing I would love your opinion on, if you could comment below, last minute I added these 2 wreaths. They were upstairs on my office doors and I added them here on my cabinet. And I love how they look by themselves. I'm just wondering if it's too much in here. So with the wreaths or without, let me know what you think. I am a sugar cookie snob. I love sugar cookies, but I love them to have just a delicate crisp edge, very soft in the middle. They should not crunch, they should bend, and either a royal icing or a buttercream icing. And I've made them for years. I've made them for the kids to decorate, and then it looks like a tornado went through the house, and it's a lot of work. And I recently found this sugar cookie mix. Now, this one is from Target. There's another brand that I get at Aldi. It's the 17-ounce packet. And this is what I've been making my sugar cookies out of. It is amazing, and it is so easy. All you add is 1 stick of butter and 1 egg. And so I'm gonna show you how I did that, and then how my grandkids helped me decorate those for Christmas.
Begin by preheating your oven to 350. And then pour in your sugar cookie mix, and you will add the cube of butter and the egg. And there are separate instructions if you want to roll them out and do cutout cookies, but I'm just doing the sheet pan, the bar cookies, which are so easy. So you want to mix these up until they're smooth. You don't want to overmix them, but you definitely want to incorporate the butter. And if there are any chunks, you can squeeze them together and crumble them with your fingers until you have a nice dough. And then grease your 9x13 pan. And I always grease my hands with the spray so that I can press the dough into the bottom and just get it nice and even. And then it goes in the oven for about 16 minutes, maybe 15 or 14. Do not overbake. They should be barely golden on the edges. One trick I use is to put them on a towel and set them in a freezer so they can cool really quickly. On my Pinterest board, I have a recipes, tried and true, and a category of sweet things. And there you'll see the sugar cookie bars. And this is an awesome recipe. My friend Crystal made these and sent me the pin, and it's from Together as Family is the blog. And so she does the cookie bars from scratch, but I use that mix, but I do use her frosting recipe, which is amazing. Into your mixing bowl, you want to put a stick of butter and 4 ounces of cream cheese, so that's half of a package. And to that, you're going to add your extracts. And that would be a teaspoon of almond extract. Don't leave this out. It makes the flavor just incredible. And a teaspoon of vanilla, which this is a homemade vanilla that my friend Regina made for me for Christmas. It just smells so good. And it was wonderful in these cookie bars. And then you're going to add your powdered sugar. and it calls for 4 cups. I usually start with about 3 and see how it's going, and then possibly add the 4. The other thing it calls for is cream, and I don't usually have cream on hand, but I have almond milk, and I've probably made this 5 times with the almond milk, and it works just fine. You're going to mix this until it's nice and creamy. I usually start mixing first, and then I add the almond milk in afterwards. And you don't have to worry about over mixing this. You want it to be nice and smooth. Once you have your frosting ready, you can get your cookie bars out of the freezer. Do not put this frosting on warm cookie bars because it will just melt and soak into the cookie, and it does not work well. So make sure that they are definitely cool, and then spread the frosting over the top evenly. And then you can get out sprinkles or whatever else you want to decorate. I did 2 little pouches where I put a portion of the frosting in and added some red food coloring and some green food coloring, and just snipped the corner with a teeny tiny hole so the boys could squeeze out the icing while they were decorating. Cut these into squares or whatever shape that you want and remove them from the pan. I did the squares even a little bit smaller so that the boys would have more to decorate. Here I'm just putting these on plates for them. And I have a lot of Christmas sprinkles on hand, so that's what we used. And I showed them how to squeeze the icing out. The boys are 7 and almost 10, and it's so funny to see the difference in the way they decorated. One of them was just super speedy with all of his decorations, while the 10-year-old was much more methodical at the beginning. And then at the end, he ended up squeezing icing all over everything as well. Enjoy your family, even with all of the chaos. And I pray that there is peace in your heart, and therefore you will have a peaceful home. Thanks for joining me today.